Hello! It's been a long time. It's probably 4 months since my last video. Yeah, those were a little bit problematic and hard times for my economy, but I kinda saved myself. Okay, anyway, don't worry about me. Now we're gonna continue to our tutorials, but as you know, I started to model 3D printed object just like this. No, it's not the only object here. You're gonna see the tutorial is beginning. All right, we're gonna model these houses and I start with the blocking. No, not blocking. It's block style modeling because we need to define the proportions and distance between the floors and other stuff because this is architectural model and you need to fit the person inside the house. Okay, so that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm not spending so much time on block modeling because it's only for it's like prototype or sketch modeling as 3D, so I'm just duplicating stuff around the house. That's enough. All right, and now we're gonna model a basic shape for both window and the door because time is money and we need to work efficient. So I'm just deleting the cylinder from the half and I'm extruding it, filling the open spaces. It's important, just fill, and now it's ready. I can use it for windows and the doors at the same time. Okay, now I'm gonna use the inner piece here as window and I'm just making inside and extruding outside. The windows are ready and I'm also using the same piece here for door. I'm gonna use box and bevel for the wooden planks inside the door, of course, and I need to make a tweak to hide these corners. I'm using this piece here as cutter, as you can see here. So don't forget to fill the open spaces, open faces, because we're gonna make it printed objects, right? And that's all. Windows and the doors are ready. If you're not using some add-ons, your cutters will not look like wireframe, so do it for make it look wired and you can see the hole, the cut. I just wanted to keep windows simple because I'm gonna print them, so just beveling and duplicating, you know, these details are enough. Unfortunately, I deleted this part, but I just make an arc and here I'm just filling and fixing the topology for the corner. And yeah, I think it's not that important when it comes to 3D printing, but if you want a subdivision and that's gonna be horrible, it depends on you. Maybe you wanna keep it like this, and there's no problem for 3D printing with bad topology. I'm just making it for just in case, and I'm just making for subdivision. Actually, working on topology is easy if you get the sense, you know, just try to feel the natural surface of the faces, all right? So it goes like, you know, arc, your faces and edges should go like this, and that's what I'm doing here. And I'm just using knife and extruding some vertices, and the result is here. That's enough for now. After that, I'm using mirror modifier and having the same that arc part for the other side, and that's all. I wanted to show these settings for the view because, you know, sometimes we are working so much and it's a little bit bad for your eyes, and I always prefer to work with dark colors and all the settings will be like this. You can use this one or maybe your personal decision, it depends on you, but I like these settings and combination here. Now I started to work on the balcony. I'm just gonna keep it simple, and now I started to work on balcony details actually. So I'm using this box for the top of this and I'm adding some loop cuts, and after that that's gonna be enough. And after that I'm working on actual balcony, I'm just using simple inset, bridge loops and other simple and standard techniques, nothing special. I'm gonna use this part for the bottom side. You know that I'm lazy and I don't want to have so interesting details for the bottom part. The reference is same, by the way, it's not my fault. So I'm just cleaning. This time we're gonna work clean because it's gonna be a 3D printable object. It's so important. Always try to keep your topology and other stuff clean. All right. I'm working on the sides. By the way, it needs to be flat for this side because it's gonna stand like this with the books, and I'm using my imagination for the other sides because it's not visible in the reference. So I just made a wooden frame. I'm planning it to make it look wood, and as you can see, some knife operations to fix topology, as you know, and I'm using the same stuff, same wooden. Actually, I kind of it's my favorite windows because these are hedge. I don't know what its name, so it's gonna be so exciting for painting these parts because I like to paint wooden kind textures all the time. And now I'm working on this pattern or ornament, you name it, and after that it's gonna be so simple, I know. And this this ornament is so enough, so please don't judge me. All right, you can make it better. Yeah, I know that you can always make better than me. Now it's time for the small details, and I don't know, can I call it as balcony bars? I don't know. So I'm just placing it just like that. As you can understand, the reference looking little bit narrow, but my house, my building is little bit fat. So that's what I'm trying to fix. And now I'm just extruding and making some support for balcony. We are fixing the topology here, some simple tweaks. There's nothing special here. As you can see, there's a small window behind the rooftop. It's trash can, I can say that. It's always the same standard actions. Did you realize that? So don't worry about the complexity for your model. Just make a step and you can make it. So here I'm making a lantern, but I didn't print it because it was so small and I was not planning that. But yeah, just make it look like triangle, and maybe you can find it useful for your operations. Yeah, that's hopeless. That's the hopeless part for, you know, I know that it's not gonna work, but you don't know. So that's interesting. Now it's the roof time. I can call it clay, you know, I don't know, clay brick or yeah, whatever it names. So I'm just making these tiles here. Yeah, maybe the name is tile. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just making these pieces separately, but it's not gonna work also, but that's how it's supposed to be for the rooftop actually. So I'm just having the one standard roof just one time, and I'm gonna use it all the time for the other parts. Okay, yeah, it's simple stuff. Inset and bridge loops. Now we have a ring that's gonna be the wooden frame for the window. I don't recommend to work like this because it's overlapping, but don't worry, it's gonna print it in a beautiful way. And we are making planters. I can actually show the result already here. Yeah, it's a pot. So that's why I didn't want to have some details on the flower pots. I knew that it's not gonna work, so I just left it like this. But if you want to work a little bit more big sizes, it's gonna print it well, so don't worry about the details. And yeah, this is the horrible part, because I'm trying to make flowers and plants, but it's not working. I just wanted to show it to you, just in case, because that's how you can make leaves. But unfortunately, this machine couldn't print it. Maybe it was my bad, I don't know. But yeah, you can find it useful. You can model the flowers just like that. That's all I can say. I also wanted to show the simple and standard shape of the leaf, and that's gonna be so easy if you have this technique here, just like this. You can make lots of different variations just with this shape and the subdivision and this angle here. Just keep that in your mind. Now we are started working on the tiles for the ground. It was probably the most boring part, because can you imagine all of these tiles and resizing it? That was like a nightmare. Anyway, I just wanted to make it. There are lots of different and easier ways to do it, but I wanted to make it like craftsman stuff. All right, digital craftsman tile making. So whatever. And yeah, I'm still working on the plants and flowers. I wish I could knew that, because that's a lost effort for all of these leaves. But I'm gonna use this small, look at this small flower pots. I'm gonna make it in different flower pots later. All right, let's go back. Now I'm working on for the colors. I took that part and I'm extruding, filling inside, extruding, and we're gonna cut holes for the main building part, just like this. Is it looking fine like this? I can show the result already. So these are the parts here. Yeah, we need to cut it, but not so deep. Why? Because it needs to be efficient and profitable. And after that, I'm working on the backside with the same shapes. So these parts are a little bit more easier because we have already some assets, and I'm just cutting with the same shapes. I'm placing the window frames and I'm just fixing. Don't leave open space, do you remember? So I'm just checking all the time if there are some empty holes, gaps I mean. And I'm using the snap for the perfect surface snapping. That's also important, because 3D printers have not mercy about your faults, and it's making some support trees, and you don't want that. I can assure you I made lots of fails, but anyway, that's gonna be good. Most of the parts are ready, and I can work on the roof, because do you see that wooden frames, I can call it. And now we are duplicating the ground, because there are two buildings. I'm just gonna use the same one. I can feel those ground tiles easily, and it's time saving. And now I'm just making the same shape again to make a cut for the wall. You're gonna see that. Now we have the ring again. We're gonna delete the health part of this, and the previous part is the same. Just fill, extrude it, and yeah, it's gonna look like same, but we need to fill inside. I don't know why, but now we are working on balcony because I'm so bad about focus. Yeah, if you remember my previous tutorials, you're gonna remember. So I'm just working random. It's time for the stairs for the side, and yeah, I can show the results here. That's so cute, and that's the easiest part of making the ladder or stairs. No, it's not ladder, it's stairs. Yeah, just extrude again, extrude again. Come on, yeah, again. That's it. That's so simple stairs here. Also, as you can see, the roof is different than the other one. So you can see that the result. We're gonna paint it today. All right, I was waiting for it. And yeah, look at this. I made this cutter. I can name it as cutter, and it's exactly the same shape with the doors. That's important because you don't want to have that so much different type of variations. I just wanted to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Can you realize that? All right, it's the same height with the doors and the other sides. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's European or Arabic architecture. I don't know. That's the little bit tough one because as you can see, there are lots of arcs and they are meeting at middle side. And look at this, it was a little bit confusing because I hate this kind of topology. I just tried to do my best, and I'm sure that you can do better, but that's all I can do for now. So I just stitched them just like this and I received this kind of result. I don't know, I hope you found it good. Anyway, you can just feel it. All right, so this arc should be go like this, right? If you keep your topology and your edges like this, you will have no problem at all. So I'm adding extra loop cuts inside, but it's a little bit useless, I can admit that. I don't know, I just kept it like this. And you can also fix your topology, but it's working well. I can prove myself here. That's the result here. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, now we are working on the side window. I have no idea for the purpose of this window because do you wanna watch the food of the people? I don't know, but I just added it. I'm working on the roof again. It's a little bit different, and yeah, I can say that it's difficult because where is this? When I edit like this, it should be completely flat here, but it's also a little bit difficult for the inner part here. So I just wasted my time, but you don't worry about that. You are clever than me. That's the same stuff here. We are just adding, just increasing the tiles, maybe decreasing the tile number, just small cheating and bending the tile. And I'm using the same wire technique here for that circle window. I always like that kind of windows, by the way. I don't know. Yeah, now there's an important point here. I just tried to keep them in the same height with the other building so I can explain myself like this. It's not in the same height, just like this, but when it comes to the roof here, I made it a little bit higher and now it's even. It's cheating again. And now we are extruding, peeling, because it's gonna be cutter again. That's so simple. I'm using boolean. I'm turning the shape to wired, as you can see. Now I need to modify the tiles, and you can also scale down, scale up this kind of tiles. I don't think that is not that much important for the size equality. I'm just trying to fit it, that's all. I don't know the name of this part, but you know what it is. You need to add it because the raindrops will slide like this. And I'm just duplicating and mirroring. That's it. We have a small window here. That's so cute. It's like tower. Maybe it's a defense tower for the building against, some bandits. I don't know. And yeah, I use the same exact window frame. Don't blame me about that because, I have no time for making tons of different window frames. I'm not gonna do it again, by the way. The holes is not working. I didn't like it. I'm just gonna keep it flat. The perfect fit is not working. Just you need to have a little bit more space for the fitting inside. Otherwise, it's not gonna fit. I didn't know that. I now had this experience. Yeah, I'm talking about the square window frames. Now I'm just duplicating everything around. I'm always using a face snap. As you can see at the top, I'm always using face snap because these are separated parts and the sizes and all the measures will be exactly same for the printing. That's important. Always snap your objects, make perfect fits, perfect, what it is. Perfect line, perfect. Okay, I'm not gonna keep trying to say that. Now we have a small door, no, small window, and the vases here. And yeah, you saw that already. It's the inner side here, just like that. I kind of like it, but I could make better. I know. I'm still cutting the other parts. I'm gonna use transparent paper and maybe plastic for windows. I'm not sure yet, but we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm still cutting the walls and booleans. I'm still making tweaks. By the way, did you realize it's flying? Yeah, now I need to snap them because you don't want to have print them in wrong dimensions. It's not gonna fit. Keep that in your mind. But there are some problems with this bloody ground tiles. I hate them. And yeah, look at this. After tons of hours, and look at this. This is the result here. Is it looking like did it work? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, tiles should be exactly perfect fitting because when it comes to placing, we're gonna see that when it comes to placing it exact spot. Yeah, I couldn't print these lanterns and I'm checking each parts if it's working well. It's gonna be so cool when we paint them right now. I hope you found it useful. We're gonna make this kind of stuff from now on because I love 3D printing. We're gonna model spaceships, maybe tabletop stuff, dungeons, cages, and other stuff. You got that? And I hope you found it useful. Please feel free to ask me if you have some special questions, or maybe you struggle on some point because I made cuts so much, but I'm always here. We're gonna keep making great tutorials as always. Alright, now I wanna thank my 3 Patreon supporters. That's total. I have 3 people as supporters, but these guys are so special because they didn't give up on me for the last 4 or 5 months because I was not making tutorial, and I was expecting them to cancel their supporting, but they still here, and that was so special. And thank you Samuel Quincy, thank you Bitter Symphony, and thank you Larry. You guys are awesome, and I'm not gonna forget your names, guys, because you know I was having some hard days with my economy and you know this AI stuff and other things, and finally I found some short time to make new tutorials. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna start to work on the next one. You're gonna surprise because it's not gonna be like that. This kind of architectural stuff. Please like it if you like it, and you can subscribe and other stuff. See you soon. Bye bye.